The story of Good Friday, biblical account. 1. The arrest of Jesus, Thursday night into Friday. After the Last Supper with his disciples, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. He was deeply troubled, knowing the suffering he would endure. He prayed to God, saying, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done." Luke 22 verse 42. Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' disciples, arrived with a crowd of soldiers and betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Jesus was arrested and taken to the Jewish leaders, beginning a series of unjust trials. 2. The trials. First, Jesus was brought before the Sanhedrin, the Jewish ruling council, who accused him of blasphemy because he claimed to be the Son of God. They could not legally carry out an execution, so they brought him to the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, accusing him of claiming to be king of the Jews, which was seen as a challenge to Roman authority. Pilate found no guilt in Jesus but, fearing a riot, sent him to Herod, who mocked him and sent him back. Eventually, Pilate offered to release one prisoner for the Passover festival, either Jesus or Barabbas, a convicted criminal. The crowd, stirred by the religious leaders, shouted for Barabbas to be freed and Jesus to be crucified. Pilate, though reluctant, washed his hands and declared he was innocent of Jesus' blood, then handed him over to be crucified. 3. The suffering and crucifixion. Jesus was scourged, flogged brutally, by Roman soldiers. They mocked him, placing a crown of thorns on his head, dressing him in a purple robe, and jeering, "Hail, King of the Jews!" Then Jesus was made to carry his cross to Golgotha, also called Calvary, the place of the skull. Due to his weakened state, a man named Simon of Cyrene was compelled to carry the cross for him. At Golgotha, Jesus was nailed to the cross between two criminals. Over his head was the charge, "Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews." Even as he hung dying, Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23 verse 34. One of the criminals crucified beside him mocked Jesus, but the other said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Luke 23 verse 43. 4. Jesus' death. From noon to 3 p.m. darkness fell over the land. At the end, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Matthew 27 verse 46, and then, "It is finished." John 19 verse 30, he then said, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit," and breathed his last. At that moment, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook. Rocks split. Some tombs broke open and holy people were raised to life, Matthew 27 verses 51 to 53. A Roman centurion declared, "Surely he was the Son of God." Matthew 27 verse 54. 5. Burial of Jesus. That evening, a wealthy man named Joseph of Arimathea, a follower of Jesus, asked Pilate for Jesus' body. With Pilate's permission, he and Nicodemus wrapped Jesus' body in linen and spices and laid him in a new tomb cut out of rock. A large stone was rolled in front of the entrance, and Roman guards were stationed there to prevent the body from being stolen. The meaning of Good Friday. Christians believe that on Good Friday, Jesus took the punishment for the sins of humanity. His suffering and death were the ultimate act of love and sacrifice. It's called good because through his death came the promise of forgiveness, redemption, and eternal life, which is fulfilled in the resurrection on Easter Sunday.